You have to see it with your own eyes to believe it. This is insanity. Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this moth trapping night. This is my first official moth trapping night in Brazil. I know I was looking for moths near a night bulb before, but that was just a test. This is the real thing. This is a more forested area as well. I'm going to see what moths are going to show up at my trap, document them and film the most interesting ones for YouTube. So let's go. If I sit here below the light bulb, the interesting moth species are literally just going to fall into my lap, which is what we like. I mean, behind me you can already see lots of things that are attracted. Now in this local area, I don't know how many saturnids there are in total. I'm guessing there's between 60 up to 100 species maybe. It has a lot of biodiversity. So I'm very curious. Let's wait. Aha, ladies and gentlemen, one of the first things to arrive is a huge female of Cissphinx molina. I think this is a Cissphinx molina. It's a saturnid moth. But the way they fly and how they look, it's almost like a hawk moth. But yeah, this is a saturnid, people. It's very wild, it keeps flying around. Maybe I should use the net, but I'm hoping it will land by itself somewhere. Gosh darn it. Oh, it just landed here, I think. Oh no, it keeps flying. Well, I don't want it to escape. This is my research, so I'm gonna use my net before it escapes. Or not. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen, a large and beautiful female. I'm gonna put her away soon. It's a female, so I'm happy. Females are rare of saturnids. Most of the time you get mostly males and not females, so that's great. Wow, so we have all kinds of stuff. Saturnids, hawk moths, geometrids, even some beetles and katydids. Great, the night is getting started. Very cute little praying mantis. I'm going to document this one too. Looks like a male. Let's put it away for documentation. I'm not kidding you guys. I'm kinda scared. Because something huge just moved in the forest. Not sure what to think. Is there a big animal? A nice and big hog moth just landed there. Ooh, that's a nice one and a big one. I think I'm about to collect it. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, the party is getting started. Yep. My job is fantastic, isn't it, people? Now there were some big moths here, but most of them I've already caught. When something arrives that's of my interest, I put it aside, so it doesn't disturb the other moths here, I guess. REGUA has a special moth wall that they run every day. Every single day. You don't even have to bring a moth trap. This light runs here every day for the tourists. Did I tell you it's every day? I know, right? I'm surprised too. And anyone can visit. Tourists, students, scientists, anyone. If you're watching this, you can visit this too. Guys, this is insane. The moths are dying. At least many of the small moths are dying. Because suddenly the floor is insanely infested with ants. And they're everywhere. What the hell? Look, if I zoom in, can you see the ants? They're everywhere. Everywhere. And they're killing all the moths. I don't understand. They're everywhere, the whole floor. You have to see it with your own eyes to believe it. This is insanity. Oh my god. Everything is just consumed by ants. What the hell? It's so weird. Oh my god. The ants are consuming everything. Everything. Look at that, these are all crickets and grasshoppers. And they're dying. Everything that the ants touch is dying. It's insane. Look at all these animals trying to get away. What the hell? Oh my god, they're crawling up the walls too. Oh no. Oh no. Even the chair where I was just sitting on is getting consumed. This is getting out of hand. What the hell? Even the really big insects don't stand a chance. Just look at this katydid. This is getting all consumed by the ants. This is crazy. This is a mass murder. What the hell? This is the craziest moth trapping night ever. Look at that. It's just trying to fight off all those ants. And I think it's going to lose, to be honest. Wow. This is a huge katydid. Oh my god, everything is getting eaten. This is the fun thing about doing entomology in the tropics. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. Like every day is a total surprise. And right now all my moths are being eaten by a freaking ant invasion. This is insane. Look at that. These moths have no chance at all. Oh my god. It's hard to watch. Oh my god. At least the moths in my cages are safe. I rescued the species I need for my study. Let's hope that these pesky ants will avoid this area where there's still a lot of moths. Right now they're only eating all the moths on the floor. Well people, I think this is the end of the moth trapping night. The ants are starting to bite me, and it hurts. And I think I have enough moths anyway, and it's getting late. I'll try again another night when there's no ants. Ooh, fantastic everyone. I had to stop a little bit early because of the ants. That wasn't so great. But I have 2 cages here full of an incredible amount of moths, which I can document for you on YouTube. So this is just, wow, just going to make for some good footage. Just look at how many big moths we have, that's crazy, right? Let's work on this tomorrow. I'm gonna go sleep, leave the bugs here I guess. Alright. Army ants ruined half of my night. There were so many ants I had to go home because they were starting to sting and bite me. But that didn't stop me thankfully from collecting some awesome moths to make close-ups from. In fact I have enough close-ups to keep uploading for a week. After every moth trapping session I collect the most interesting specimens and make close-ups of them for your viewing pleasure. Many of them deserve their own episode on YouTube, but some of them you'll also see at the end of the moth trapping video. Today we are starting with some of the awesome creatures I found from last night. Here is what I think is the Adelonevaya subangulata. This one is found in a huge amount of countries, including Brazil, El Salvador, Honduras, Costa Rica, Panama, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, Paraguay, Argentina, Venezuela, French Guiana, probably Guyana and Suriname as well. Now that's a widespread silk moth, isn't it? The caterpillars accept a huge range of leguminous plants from the Fabaceae family. The moths have gorgeous red hindwings. There are a male and a female in this shot. The male is clearly smaller with more narrow wings. Oh, look, these moths are disguised as bird poop. Clever camouflage, since the last thing that birds like to consume is bird poop. Maybe you will be surprised to learn that it is a Bombicidae species, although the shape gave it away. It is Colarodova, is the closest thing that I could find. It is found from Mexico to Colombia, Ecuador and Brazil. This species is found in rainforest and cloud forest at elevations of 100 to 1200 meters above sea level. And in case you're wondering, yes, they are a direct relative of commercial silkworms, the Bomix mori. So this would be actually very interesting to breed, in my opinion. And here we have a beautiful noctuid moth. It's called the emeraldine, Cerostena aminta. Cerostena aminta is a common species distributed from Mexico all the way to Paraguay. This species is found in rainforest and cloud forest at elevations of 200 to 2000 meters in elevation. The upper side of their hindwings has hairy frills. These frills break up their outline to camouflage them better and perhaps also protect them somewhat from attacks. It's a rather mysterious and unusual species of noctuid. To my knowledge, the host plant of this species of moth is rather unknown, which is a huge surprise because it's common and widespread. This insect needs more study. And this cutie right here is a Limacodidae. Look at its awesome caramel vanilla colors. Myressa clarissa is present in Costa Rica, Suriname, French Guiana and Brazil, and probably in other countries too. The life cycle is known, and larvae of Myressa clarissa have been collected on Uratea hexasperma from the Ornacea family, as well as Erotroxylum tortuosum, Erotroxylacea, and Birosomina cocolobifolia from the Malpighiacea family. Okay, that sounds like Harry Potter spells, but the botanists here, they know what's up. I'm a wise guy when it comes to moths, but I'm gonna be honest, I have no clue what this is. Some kind of Ucophoridae? Hey, if somebody is watching this video and it knows the species name or at least the genus, then you deserve a free cookie and a lot of kisses. Just kidding, let's not assault anyone. Suggestions for the species name would be very welcomed, whatever. Does anyone know the name? Write it in the comments, that would help me if you can identify it. Oh my, this is a huge hawk moth. This huge hawk moth right here, I believe it to be Pseudosphinx tetrio, a rather huge species of hawk moth. Common in developed areas and suburbs because the caterpillars love the decorative plant Plumeria that is often propagated in parks and gardens for decoration, which the larvae just love to take advantage of. It's also known as the Plumeria sphinx moth for a good reason. Here is some type of a beetle. Hey, I'm good with identifying moths, but I have no clue what this beetle is. If any of you know, then please send me a message. I'm still hoping to identify it later after I upload this video. I have no clue what this beetle is. This I presume to be a Protambulix species. Protambulix astigonus. Whoa, tropical hawk moths are incredibly awesome. Imagine breeding these in captivity. So beautiful. I suspect that the caterpillar and the life cycle of this huge hawk moth are still unknown to science. This is why we need more people raising unusual moths from the tropics. To figure out their biology and life history, people. That's what my channel is doing, in fact. A good reason to support it, maybe, even if I say so myself. I raise funds online and I use them to crowdfund research on moths that helps our understanding of them. This species is known from Bolivia, Paraguay and Brazil. This is a species of Latis that is super hard to identify. I suspect, however, it may be a Latis albidentata. That would be interesting because very little pictures and observations are available of Latis albidentata. If it truly is this species of moth, then perhaps it could be quite a rarity. I offered it a solution of sugar water. I mixed sugar, fruit juice and water and I allowed the moth to drink it up. So enjoy a potentially very rare species of Latis that's hardly ever photographed drinking in high definition. So, how about this enormous hawk moth? I believe this is Paghylia ficus, known as the fig sphinx. As the name implies, yes, its caterpillars mostly feed on fig trees, from the ficus genus. Turns out that humans also love figs, making this species common in urban and developed areas too, since there are usually host plants to support them. This is a gorgeous species with a fat and round body. It lives from the northern tip of South America and Uruguay through Central America to the southern tip of the United States, straying into Arizona and Texas. Here is some type of a beetle. Hey, I'm good with identifying moths, but I have no clue what this beetle is. If any of you know, then please send me a message. I'm still hoping to identify it later after I upload this video. I have no clue what this beetle is.
This is a classic. I believe it's Manduca sexta, the tobacco hornworm. There are several super similar Manduca species in the area though, so identifying was not that easy. But if I am right, then this is one of the most common and widespread Manduca species in the Americas, found all over North America, Central America, South America and even in the Caribbean. Manduca sexta is everywhere. This hawk moth conquered the continent of America for sure. They lay eggs on many types of nightshade plant family. Wow, that's an awesome sphinx moth, isn't it? No, actually, it's not a sphinx moth. It's a huge notodontid that looks like a hawk moth. Let me introduce you to Colax lemeri from Brazil. Yep, little is known about her life history in biology. It's still a mystery to science. And this I believe to be the male of a big species of megalopygidae moth, Podilaria orsiloga. Their larvae are hairy and ferociously venomous and painful, although the moths are just about as harmless as they could possibly be. It is found in Mexico, Costa Rica, Brazil, Guyana and Venezuela. Megalopyga lanata, together with this species, Podilaria orsilogus, are two common causative agents in agricultural workers when it comes to envenomations with caterpillars. These accidents are provoked by dermal contact at their larval stage and are characterized by cutaneous reactions such as burning pain, edema, and usually mild and self-limited urticaria. There is very little information about their venoms and their toxicological implications on human health, but one thing is sure: don't touch the caterpillars, they hurt. This one here should be Xylophanus soresi. Some entomologists felt the need to split these moths into a new species, but I guess I'll accept it. Recently separated from Xylophanus porcus continentalis and reported from Minas Gerais, Rio de Janeiro, Sao Paulo, Parana and Santa Catarina in Brazil and Paraguay, mainly found at lower altitudes than the other Xylophanus that is similar, and flying later at night. Interesting. Well, I think that was it for today. Of course, I'm going to post more moths on my channel later. All the moths I find will get their own little close-up episode if they are interesting enough to warrant their own video. This was just one of my first moth walling nights, and I have some very special nights coming up with giant moths. But first, my channel is demonetized by YouTube sadly, but I was able to go to Brazil because of donations and crowdfunding. Consider becoming my sponsor if you like my show. This place and my work also supports reforestation of the rainforest. A win-win. Let me tell you more about that one. Without this financial support of my fans, I would not be in Brazil right now, and I would not be able to afford the flight tickets to go to Brazil. Your donations really make a difference for this demonetized channel that I struggle to monetize. It has to be long-term sustainable. Let me tell you more about the reforestation that this place is doing.
My name is Bart Coppens, a traveling entomologist on social media that studies butterflies and moths and cares about the environment. Today I came all the way from the Netherlands to Brazil to help out the restoration of the Atlantic rainforest, one of the most deforested rainforests in the world. I joined a wildlife conservation and reforestation effort named REGUA. Here, as a volunteer, I am helping and trying to draw awareness to this project on social media while researching the butterflies and moths in the area and showing you the coolest insects on YouTube to draw awareness for them. Behind me is a tree nursery. Can you see it? Wow! Here the volunteers are growing thousands of native plants, trees and shrubs. These trees and plants will be planted in areas that were reforested, so the forest can be restored. And hopefully these little baby trees that I'm holding here will one day grow into a major rainforest. and we'll be able to restore the environment and all the plants and animals that were once lost due to human influence. However, it is difficult for me to do this. My YouTube channel is completely, permanently demonetized by YouTube, and YouTube still refuses to tell me why. What I do is expensive. Traveling the world is expensive. And I don't make money, not a single cent, from any of the videos that I upload. Therefore, I want to remind you this channel is 100% crowdfunded. The donations of my fans, viewers and supporters are what enables me to travel the world, go all the way to Brazil and help with reforestation and conservation of the environment. If you like the show, if you like what I do, consider donating to my channel. There are several options available in the links in the description. There's Patreon, where you can buy a subscription. There's PayPal, there's Ko-Fi. There's many ways to send me a payment. All the funds I raise online will be used for the production of more videos, for my research projects on insects and nature, or to draw attention to wildlife and conservation projects like REGUA, here behind me. I'd love to show you more about it on YouTube, so subscribe and check out my other videos. Of course, I'm not entitled, you don't have to give me anything, and it doesn't make you less of a viewer if you don't. I'm only reminding those who are willing and those who are able to donate. It's not an obligation, you can enjoy the stuff, of course, for free. I enjoy all your comments and viewership. This was Bart Coppens, I hope to see you again. Hope to see you next video, bye bye.